Good morning, world. I'm John Miglosh for the WDMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Well, we got a lot to cover today, so let's just dive in. My muse, Tom Fishburne, says he's got, let's see if we can get it in there nice. We need a TikTok strategist. TikTok is the next big thing. Everyone's talking about it. And when they talk about it, they use words like digital first and Gen Z and viral. And exactly what is TikTok? Nobody knows. That's why we need a strategy for it. Okay, so you heard it here first. I'm going to show you what TikTok is.
Boyfriend.
Oh, this is so stupid. It gets stupid. These are the best of TikTok. I just want to know. You can go on YouTube, see the best of TikTok. You don't even have to be part of TikTok. It's a great way to tiptoe in. And it's basically like Vine. I had a video up on Vine. Vine's gone under. It was a 7-second. You had to do 7-second videos. And I had one of me almost lighting myself on fire at the burn pile and jumping quite quickly away from the flames. My guardian angel, my kids say my guardian angel works double time. Okay, so that's TikTok. Now, I just wanted to show you, Nebraska launched a new series of commercials. So we're going to
Some people think Nebraska is just flat out flat and boring. Maybe because it's part of the Great Plains. Maybe calling them plains was a poor choice of words. Maybe we should have called them the Great Dazzling Spectacles or something. Not everyone can appreciate that, but maybe you can. So come and be dazzled. Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone.
That was the point. I wanted you to get to the, it's not for everyone. Let's see if I can get to that sooner.
Nebraska is kind of like that odd kid. Didn't say much in school. Slightly peculiar, maybe. But when you took the time to get to know him, turned out he was pretty interesting. We know some people won't take the time, but if you're someone who will, odds are you're gonna like it here. Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone.
Okay, that's enough of that. So my point is that just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Now, a news item. Oops, get the wrong. I'm having my challenges here. We're going to go click over here. Okay, in the news, Amazon is abandoning aggressive promotion of its own products. Okay, Amazon really went all in for their knockoffs. Basically, that's all it was knockoffs of everything. But I heard a great talk by Jason Bear. I got to get his name right because I got it wrong a couple times. Anyway, and from Vermont Teddy Bear, and they've gone into a bunch of other products. And he got up at the NMOA show, which I highly recommend you join or visit the NMOA show. There's one in September in downtown Chicago coming up. And he explained that when they started, in fact, I asked him this question, and he shared they started all wrong. They have a catalog of pajamas, pajamagram, I think it is, and women's pajamas, all cotton, very comfy, nice and warm. And when they started on Amazon, they just uploaded all their products. Now, the problem is that when you are selling an entire catalog of pajamas, people get what it is. But when you have an individual item on Amazon, you might want to call it pajamas, all cotton women's pajamas, which they didn't. And So they did really terrible, and then they started getting it. And about 3 or 4 years ago, they were 100. And I'm going to do a talk on this, so I better not say the whole thing. I'll upload the slides, and we'll go through his material. But anyway, they knocked him off, at least in one brand. And what he's finding, though, is that people want to buy from him. And they find him on Amazon, and they find people who bought this also looked at, and they drive traffic to his site. So he's working diligently at driving traffic to Amazon. It's an interesting play. So we'll talk more about it. But the bottom line point is that Amazon can't just ride roughshod over all the people that are sourcing the new and innovative products. That's the main point. Capitalism has a self-correcting nature. And when you're the biggest, you got to play nice, or else you won't be the biggest for long. Okay, so on that note, we're going to get over to the real meat of this episode. Now, I think Thomas may be targeting me because he wants to talk. He says the internet is great. You can upload a video, and 100,000 people can hear about you, and it's all free. Yeah, okay, try it. See how many people you get. But that aside, it's great for people who don't know much but are good in front of the camera. They can wear a funny cap. Because it's easy and free, I call these people Binfluencers. And with a little fact-checking, you'll know that their content should go straight into the bin. So I'm here to warn you, along with Thomas, that if you just willy-nilly search for marketing news, you will be fooled. Most of marketing news is fake news. Now, I call out a lot of it, but that means you should be here every day so you get the straight scoop on the true marketing news. You think whatever you want. Anyway, but let's go into Thomas's stuff. I wish I would have written this. This is one of the greatest articles I've seen today. Thomas, are you there? Chime in if you're there. I saw people are watching. Success is all about great customer experiences. This is the kind of stuff you hear on the internet every day. Success is all about great customer experiences. Well, United Airlines, that dragged a few people off planes, a medical doctor, and killed their dogs, just announced a record year, flying the most revenue passengers ever. London and New York hotels have among the world's lowest standards. They had a bed bug infestation a couple of years back in New York, remember? And yet they're packed. Every day, thousands of people queue up for the privilege of being humiliated by Spirit and Ryanair. Have you heard of Spirit Airlines? You can take like a lunch bag on for your luggage. Otherwise, you have to pay extra. And the carry-ons cost more than if you check your bag. They figured out that it's cheaper to have real people toting those things than to have, invalids trying to throw or whatever. People like me who can barely walk on the plane trying to get their thing jammed into the overhead bin. What customers want, mostly, customers want more at a lower price. They want a better deal. Mostly they want a better deal. Okay, so brand engagement is the new currency. Right. Oops, I didn't get that to highlight right. I read these things every day, and it's like, am I the only one who realizes this is crazy? Go to an Aldi, they're jammed. Okay, Aldi is putting stores up all over the place, and I give you Dollar General, 800 stores, 80 more stores this year, something like that, 800 more stores this year. I mean, I did it. You can fact check me, but those are the guys that are going. Aldi has good stuff. Now, the funny part is, my mother used to shop at Aldi. She loved it. And my wife, there wasn't one real close. So now there's one closer. And my wife goes there, but she says, you never know what they're going to have. And it could be terrible. It could be just terrible. But and the closest grocery store to us is a Whole Foods. It's not. It's a Sendix, but it's better than Whole Foods. And I told my wife, I can't. She says, run over to Sendix. I said, I can't go there. It's like a jewelry store for food. I can't. But it's jammed. The whole place is full of Audi and Mercedes and Lexus SUVs in the parking lot. It's just, they have a brand. But anyway, in modern marketing, your goal has to be to get people to spend time with your brand. Okay? That's the goal, right? But, if you're selling kitchen towels, people don't want to spend time with your brand. They want something that's going to last. It's going to hold up. brick and mortar is doomed. Yeah, Best Buy just recorded a record year. People like touching and feeling. I've told you this. Here's the Binfluencer's dilemma. Most have a product to sell. They have their agencies and their consultancies. That's me. Thomas, are you targeting me? He says, yeah, I've seen your show. It's mostly in the bin. And so they have to talk about millennial engagement or digital or get clicks or influencer. You know, I got a guy wrote me from India the other day, and he said, your content is really good. Why don't you have any views? Probably because I attack the people that I'm reviewing, except today. Influencers don't have the time. They just dress up stuff, or even worse, they make up stuff. And see, I always keep... Real influencers don't just have ideas, they have insights. They have experience. Get a guy with a white beard. What are the advertising truths? Google and Facebook's and PayPal, they are mailing stuff. And I keep it. Here's LinkedIn. Here's Google. Here's LinkedIn. Here's Google. I don't know if you can see this, Google. You get mail. I get mail. Okay? Because people engage with mail. That's why. So, if you are an influencer and you have substance, you might not get a lot of views, but you can at least wear a silly hat. It's my wizard hat. I am a genuine wizard. In case you read my book, I have a product to sell. Like and share. I'm John Miglash. Have a great